We're privileged and thankful to have our guest, Bob Alsept, the Superintendent of Buckeye Career Center Schools. And big day at Buckeye, Bob. How about this?
It really is. These next few weeks are huge for adults and students, but today is the start of a two-day orientation for our teachers who are new to Buckeye Career Center, and we have 6 of them, and 3 are veteran teachers. 1 is partial, and then 2 have never taught before, so a lot of different experience levels.
Now, they're going to look at you and see how you're well put together and think, well, this is going to be a breeze. So, but I don't know if it'll be a breeze.
I hope they get that from me and look at the battle scars and the gray hair and say, wow, he's been doing this a long time. But in reality, I hope they look at veteran teachers and our administrators and myself maybe as, hey, this is a good resource if I have a problem.
We often talk about the students and the high school students and the adult students. And you talk about the staff, but it's such a valuable resource, and you have such good people there that's part of what makes the experience at Buckeye Career Center so good.
Well, I think what makes us special is we've got our academic staff, and most of those folks, hey, they went to college to be a teacher, and they are doing that now. But many of our career tech, most did not start out to be a teacher. They learned a skill. They were very good at their profession, and at a point made a decision, hey, I would like to teach. And while they had the knowledge, they never had any training in teaching. And if you're that person, it can be daunting. That first time you look out at a group of 16 and 17 and 18-year-olds, and sometimes they're very receptive, sometimes not. You have to win them over and let them know that, number one, you care about them, and number two, you do know your subject area. That's a process that's not really easy, and some kids make it easier. Some, it's a little more of a challenge.
And you got to know your lesson plan is there, but you're not always on schedule with your lesson plan.
There are a number of factors, and students they're really good at trying to get you off of that lesson plan and talk about what happened at the football game, or hey, this is happening at my partner school, and you have to skillfully be able to say, yes, I care about that, but let's get back to what we're here for.
So this group of new to Buckeye teachers looks good, I'm sure.
We're very excited. It really is. We've got in that group 3 academic teachers, and we've got 3 career tech teachers. And like I said, 2 of the career tech teachers have had very successful professional careers, but this will be their first time teaching. And we're fortunate. We'll have 2 days of meetings today and tomorrow where we talk to them about all of the things around teaching and try to help them become more comfortable, and then really get them started on the right foot of how to be instructors, not just how to do the skill, but really how to pass that on. And I feel these 2 days are very important to get them comfortable. But students start next week, and it will be a different experience for them.
What I was going to say. So they start next week. Sign-up period, I assume, is over at this point, but you've got a lot of students.
We're going to have 950, and there are some of our programs are closed, but if a student, there are still some openings. Okay. Now, hey, next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we break the student groups down into smaller. There will only be about 300 per day, and really let them get acclimated. We're going to be calling students on Wednesday, but if somebody's out there and they say, I just put off the decision and today I know this is what I want to do, come to the school, call us. We've got people there. We can still make it work. It's not too late. But for others, they know exactly what they're going to do when they get here next week.
Make sure you call, though, in case you're subject is closed. Some of them don't have any openings.
Right. They're welding, utility line worker, and electrical systems are 3 that are closed right now. The rest, we've got openings and would still love to have somebody if that's what they want to do and that's their passion.
Very good. What else is coming with the opening of the high school year?
Well, as I said, Wednesday we will be calling all of our students who are scheduled to come. Thursday and Friday, All of our teachers will be on campus for in-service. And then next Monday, we have Dover, Claymont, Tusky Valley, and Central Catholic. Those students will be there. Tuesday, we have New Philadelphia, Newcomerstown, Garaway, Highland, Strasburg, and any open enrolled or digital students. And then on Wednesday, we have Indian Valley, Carrollton, Conotton Valley, Ridgewood, Riverview, and all homeschooled students. So smaller groups that they can really be comfortable, learn their way around. And then Thursday, everybody is there, and we are off to the races for a great year.
Do you look forward to that?
Oh, I really do. We do a lot of cleaning and things during the summer, and the building is so quiet and dark in places. That's not what it was built for. It was built to be full of students. We don't need that great building and all that equipment if we don't have students. So when the students come, that's what creates the energy and really makes the magic happen. And that's how I view it after 35 years of doing this, is watching those students come in, and hopefully our part in transitioning them to confident young adults ready to go out into the world. That's what makes this exciting, and that starts when they come in on Monday.
Hey, you've been there for how many years at Buckeye?
This is the start of my 9th year.
Wow. I'm telling you, between the first year that you were there and now, I mean, there are obviously little changes every year, but can you point at some of the bigger improvements and changes that have happened?
Well, I would hope that the number one thing that we've done, and I feel we have, is we've tried to say, how can we say yes? Because each student is unique, and they have different needs. They have some unique challenges, but they have a need for skills. So how can we make this work for the students? And I think all of our staff, and I don't care what their role is, I think they really understand we're here to serve these students. How can we make this work for you? And we want Buckeye to be a destination for you. And I think there have been a number of things, but I think that attitude has permeated, and hopefully students and parents feel that we're there to work with them. Sometimes it means we need to be a little flexible. Mm-hmm. We try to exhaust every way that we can say yes before we ever say no, and I think that has given students some great opportunities.
A couple of things I'm impressed with: the expansion of the building, you should maybe talk about, and the number of students who are not only leaving with a diploma but certifications. How important?
It really is, and we've been fortunate. We added 15,000 square feet for our energy operations building, and that was due to needs. We had expanding programs, new programs, and that's a good problem to have, that when you need more space and more instructors, and it allows us to serve more students. We're going to have 950, and, probably 9 years ago we were somewhere in that 600 range. So we feel really good about those changes, the additional programming. We've tried to look at, the energy operations class is one. What's going on around us that employers, what skills do they need? And that led to the utility line worker building. And that has helped us better serve both adult and high school students with those changes. And then just the fact that I think we've got good relationships and people view career centers differently than maybe they did in the past. They understand that, hey, right now this is where the job market is. These credentials that we talked about, certifications, they answer the question, what can I do when I leave Buckeye Career Center? That credential tells the employer, this is exactly what they can do, whether it's a Microsoft credential or whether it's a AWS welding credential. It gives the employer a reasonable expectation that when I hire this Buckeye grad, they can perform these skills, and that's a big part of what we should be doing, is preparing students for their next career.
Yeah, I think that's great. And to talk to the adult population, they can also come around, change their career, or improve themselves in their current situation. Is that right?
Absolutely, and it's not too late for that either. We'll have adult ed classes starting soon, but whether you are unemployed or employed, but hey, I'm really looking at a change, we've got short-term and full-time classes that can either give you a skill or improve the skills that you already have, that can help you find a job or maybe help you advance in the job that you have. And the ones that I really like are the credential diploma programs, where maybe high school was a struggle for whatever reason, and you didn't get your diploma. You can come to Buckeye under the adult diploma program, and if you earn your credential and you get a certain score on the ACT work keys, you now also earn your diploma. So in a short period of time, I can get my high school diploma, which helps me with employment.
Oh, yeah.
I can gain an industry credential. That helps me. Yeah. And I can feel good about myself moving up or moving onto a new position. And adult ed, once again, same thing. We want to be flexible. How can we help each person walking through those doors?
How can you answer questions? I know there's a phone, there's a web page, and that sort of thing. Is one better than the other?
They're all good, and hopefully they're all going to lead to coming in. Come to Buckeye and talk to our people. If you're in high school, we've got administrators who are there. We've got guidance counselors who are there. If you're an adult, the adult education department has people there all the time. We're now open 5 days a week again, 7:30 to 3:30. If you call 330-339-2288, we can get you pointed in the right direction. Most difficult step a lot of times is that first one, and we want to make that easy, that when you get there, we're going to help you find a program that works for you.
You can call now. Mr. Alsept will not answer the phone right now. He's here, but somebody is there. Right?
And I'm very happy to be here, Brad. I can't tell you how much we appreciate the opportunity to come down and talk about what we do and how it helps the community. And we always appreciate how you treat us when we do
thank
this.
You. It's great to be your partner, and we can always talk basketball and stuff too.
Absolutely. That's important too.
Bob Alsept, Superintendent of Buckeye Career Center. Thank you. I'm going to have you just rush back to the school and do your thing some more.
It's that time of year, but, getting those students, that's what we're there for, so I can't wait to see them.
Thanks a lot. That's Bob Alsept from Buckeye Career Center. Our guest this morning on the 8:30 High Beam, right here on the BT Morning Show.